It's Thursday, Groundhog Day. I slept like shit, got my hubby, and the dog is chewing on his foot. Can only be time for
the morning brew.
So, this is the day where we wait for something about, what is it, about this big to prognosticate the weather here to see if we get screwed for the next 6 weeks.
We're waiting for a fat little fellow named Ponsatani Phil to walk out and say, "Is my shadow here?"
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, if he sees his shadow,
We're screwed.
there's supposed to be 6 more weeks of winter.
Yeah.
If I had 6 more weeks of winter, I'm going to be dining on groundhog.
Yeah, I know, right? And in honor of Kekistan, we salute you. Alright. Shit's been hitting the fan since yesterday. Oh my god. Okay, before we get into the shit that's hitting the fan, I did a collab, the link is below, about the MTV open letter to young people that, in my opinion, incites violent riots, if you listen to it closely. I also did a blog post about it that I'm also going to link below. Liz Reptile has it on her channel, so when you click on it, you're going to go over to her channel to see that collab video. So I'm just warning you on that one. And it's about 50 minutes, so you're going to need some time to watch this because some of it is visual and some of it is audible. So, you know, do what you will there, but it is a great video. She edited it masterfully because there were a lot of us that said, okay, MTV, enough already. You've gone way too damn far with this bullshit. So, there is that. Let me see what else. Oh, yes, tonight is another writer's workshop video. It's the one on basics on how to do a framework to write a mystery novel. So if you guys are interested in learning how to write, the writer's workshop is going up at 7 o'clock this evening. So be on the lookout for that video. Is there anything you wanted to say?
Oh, people have gone crazy.
Yes.
Can we just go ahead and remove California from the union now? They want to set policies for everybody else in the first place. They think their opinion matters. Californians, nobody really gives a fuck about you.
No, no. Especially not all you backwards fucking thinking little goddamn millennials that think you rule the world, because you don't rule shit.
I mean, you got those and the people in Oakland, you know, saying that this is war and everything. If you really want to see what a war looks like.
Yeah. Since you don't have any guns in Cali.
That could be fucking arranged. Oh, no. The people that aren't supposed to have guns, they have plenty of guns.
Yeah.
They even have assault rifles, so don't let them fool you.
And alright, here's a little bonus. I figured I'd share this. I found this on Twitter this morning. What a difference 50 years makes. 50 years ago, when they protested, it was peaceful marches for free speech. Now, they're doing against it, and yes, we're going to be talking about that story in the news. So we shall segue into the news right now.
It is time for the news.
Out of routers, the 2nd of February at 4:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Protesters force UC Berkeley to cancel far-right speaker's speech. At least they're not calling him alt-right, which he isn't. Hundreds of protesters at the University of California at Berkeley on Wednesday smashed windows, set fires, and clashed with police as they forced a right-wing speaker to cancel his appearance at the liberal-leaning institution. 2 hours before, far-right Breitbart news editor Milo Yiannopoulos was about to give a speech at the student union, protesters tossed metal barricades and rocks through the building's windows and set a light generator on fire near the entrance, footage from news outlets showed. Police ordered protesters to disperse as the school put the campus on lockdown. Protesters also tossed bricks and fireworks at police in riot gear who fired rubber pellets back at the crowd, according to sfgate.com, a news outlet in San Francisco. "We shut down the event. It was great. Mission accomplished," a protester told CNN. You know, it's amazing the lack of self-awareness these people have, because they say they're against fascism, but isn't that an example of fascism?
Yes, you're controlling the media. They're trying to control the media and what anyone says. Now, for the ignorant little millennials who follow along with these people, there are millions, tens of millions of people like myself all across this great nation that believe we should be able to enjoy our free speech, which means say what we want without you doing all of your whining. All of the ones saying, you know, you want to go to war. You're declaring war on registered gun owners. People that have grown up all of their lives. We don't subscribe to spray and fucking pray. People like myself, if I squeeze off around, one or two of you's going down. I'd like to line a couple of you up and everything so I can get 2 or 3.
Okay. From the Hill, report, administration drafts religious freedom executive action. The Trump administration may seek to dramatically expand what defines a religious organization and offer broad protections to individuals and organizations that oppose same-sex marriage, contraception coverage, and more on the basis of religion, according to a draft copy of an executive order obtained by the Investigative Fund and the Nation. The order, establishing a government-wide initiative to respect religious freedom, would broaden religious freedom protections to any organization, including loosely held for-profit organizations operated for a religious purpose, even if its purpose is not exclusively religious. And I think this is aftermath of the whole Hobby Lobby debacle and the bakery that got shut down.
Well, yeah, and that, you know, that's ridiculous for people to be able to run in and sue somebody.
I mean,
if my religion and everything is deathly against whatever you're doing, and I'm that type of religious person, and, you know, I explain to you that this is the case, and you get offended. You also have to remember one thing. Each individual business owner has the exclusive right to refuse service to anyone. They don't even have to give you a reason.
No, they don't. And see, that's the problem here. A lot of people, and I had this argument when the whole bakery incident took place, because everybody was like, well, companies are not entities. They can't make decisions like this, and people were railing against Hobby Lobby. For those of you that don't remember or don't know about the whole Hobby Lobby incident, Hobby Lobby came under fire when Obamacare decided that they were going to have a mandate that all corporations needed to have available for their female employees every form of contraceptive. Now, everybody thought that Hobby Lobby was railing against every form of contraceptive, when in actuality they were trying to get off the list to have for the mandate for any pill that resembled the morning after pill, because in their religious beliefs, life starts at conception. The other forms of birth control were fine. They just didn't want anything to do with anything that was even remotely related to the morning after pill. And people went nuts. Absolutely fucking nuts.
Yeah, a lot of people went full on retard.
Yeah, and then you had the gay people that walked into the Christian bakery to ask for a wedding cake, and they refused, and these people got vilified and bullied out of their business. And it shouldn't happen. And like Ronan said, you have every right to deny anybody service for any reason, and they don't even have to tell you the reason. But apparently, in this day and age, everybody can automatically assume some sort of racist, sexist, or some kind of reason, and then, you know, start spreading shit about you all over the internet to completely ruin your ass. So I think this particular executive action is coming from that, and trying to answer the question of, is a corporation an entity? And can that entity be religious? Well, in a form.
That's going to be splitting hairs and everything. You know, publicly traded companies may not, and everything privately held companies, which I believe, isn't Hobby Lobby still privately held?
I believe so, yes.
I don't think they're publicly traded. I could be wrong. I'd have to do a little research on that and everything, but publicly traded companies, I don't think would
fall under that.
Fall under those actions. A privately held company, like say, well, let's say we get everything, finish getting everything together, and I purchase my truck, and you know we open up our own. I'm doing my own
trucking company.
My own. Here, we're privately owned. I can refuse service to anybody.
Yeah.
Love you guys. A lot of my people out. Some of my people out in California prefer about 80% of you and everything. You can go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
And I hope you starve to death.
Yeah.
Because if I had my way about it, and I was the big top three trucking companies, I'd stop sending my trucks there.
From the Politico, DeVos nomination stands at 50-50. It could come down to Vice President Mike Pence in what would be a history-making confirmation vote. Betsy DeVos has no votes to spare heading into a looming confirmation vote next week. Republican Senator Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski said Wednesday they will vote against the Education Department nominee. That could very well mean a 50-50 standoff on the Senate floor, and Vice President Mike Pence being called in to put DeVos over the top. Republicans have a 52-48 majority, and no Democrats are expected to support the prospective education chief. Senior leadership aides are confident DeVos will prevail in a likely floor vote Monday, after Collins and Murkowski announced their opposition. Wednesday, a wave of undecided GOP senators broke DeVos's way. So we've got problems with the education nominee. And I haven't looked into her much, so I may have to...
I don't know a whole lot about her. I may have to take some time today and look at her.
What do you fellow Americans think about this possible 50-50 confirmation vote? Let us know in the comments below, because that comment section is always there to start a conversation, and we love having conversations with you guys. So let us know what you think about this particular article and all the articles that we read on the show. And since we're still teeny tiny, we can reply to the comment and have a conversation back. Yeah. Just thinking, you know. All right, next story. Democrats who will decide Gorsuch fate. It's too early in the morning for me to have a weird name like that. Liberals will demand nothing less than total warfare, but the political calculations are much more complicated. Senator Democrats are vowing to go to war over Donald Trump's Supreme Court nominee, the very conservative but impeccably pedigreed Neil Gorsuch. Every time I see the word pedigree, it makes me think of a horse. But below the initial bluster is a web of tricky political calculations that would seem to make outright Democratic obstruction of the president's first Supreme Court pick less than a sure bet. Whether Gorsuch gets confirmed will depend on a small but influential cadre of Democrats, at least 8 of whom will be needed to install Gorsuch as the next justice. Several are classic institutionalists, prone to show deference to presidential nominees, even hotly controversial ones. Others are perennial swing votes who don't want to get tagged as obstructionist, even though Republicans only benefited politically from Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's blockade of Merrick Garland. Now, from what we were reading last night, Gorsuch is a shadow of the one that used to be in the seat that they're trying to fill. Scalia. Like I said, my brain's half asleep. Couldn't think of the name.
He was basically an aide to Scalia for most of the time he was on the bench. Well, a lot of the time he was on the bench.
All right.
You know, he was a smart man.
Well, I mean, you can't.
I mean, he got his law degree in Harvard and everything, and then got a philosophy degree in Oxford.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Those are 2 big schools.
Yes. Huge schools.
You know what it's time for?
What is it? Oh, we're doing shout-outs.
We're doing shout-outs.
We have to shout some people out.
We're shouting people out.
Tea, Mr. Holmes.
Is it poisoned, Nanny?
Come the shout.
All right, the first one. Like niching a couple of days ago, Too Spooky does facts, top 10s, and stories, and everything you can think of about anime. So if you love anime, you'll love Too Spooky. And he's kind of funny, too, because he will flat out admit that half these names he can't pronounce worth of shit. Because, you know, we try our best as Americans, but there are certain Japanese names that just trip us all to hell. So...
there's some names I'm just look at and go, no. No.
Yeah, we'll just let them handle it. Alright, next one.
Hello, buddy. You have to come over here. You have to come over here. Morning, Pooch. The morning Pooch.
The morning Pooch.
The morning Pooch.
Alright, in the corner of geek, we have emergency awesome. MCU, DCU, comic books, anything you can possibly think of, this guy covers it. He even covers movie trailers, movies, and everything else geeky. So if you guys want something like that to kind of mix and mash your feed, come and subscribe to Emergency Awesome because he's a really cool guy. He's really funny to listen to sometimes, and he makes a lot of really good points in regards to comic books, CBMs, for those of you who don't know that acronym, it's comic book movies, and the Marvel and DC universes. So y'all come check out Emergency Awesome. She likes to lurk in the chat of live streams, talking shit with a wrench and moderating chat.
I'm stalking her all the time.
She's funny, she's intelligent, she's easy to listen to, and she is starting to pop up all over YouTube in collab videos. This is Amanda Wolfchild.
I'm still stalking her, by the way.
You're still stalking her, by the way?
Crazy little redhead.
She is a crazy little redhead. She's done collabs with...
She's fun to talk to, and it's nice watching her come out of her shell a little bit more.
Yes, it is.
Excuse me, sir. Are you flirting with my wife again? Just checking.
He is a boxer. You might want to watch out.
Oh, if he wants to go now, we can do that.
She's done collabs with Sinatra and others, and she's absolutely wonderful to listen to, and she makes some really good points, too. So y'all come check her out. Subscribe to her channel, and if you want to be notified every time she uploads something, that's what that little bell is for, by the way. Give that a little tap. On to the next. He's a brain. He's a brain on fire. He's a brain on fire that floats. He's a brain on fire that floats with opinions that aren't necessarily nice.
This mini covers hot topics.
Oh. And there's your punishment for the morning. It's harmful opinions. And yes, he provides very insightful commentary on the things he finds both on YouTube and on the internet abroad. He's very clear and concise with his ideas, and he gets his point across. So y'all come watch a couple of his videos.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Check out the old hothead.
Yep. Subscribe if you like him, and once again, hit that little bell for notifications. And you have Reading Ren, but everybody that reads needs a minion, and that's what Igor's for.
Igor's a minion.
Igor has streams where he plays games. He's a gamer, so if you guys want to see gaming streams, come on over here and check out old Igor and subscribe to a couple of his things. And every once in a while, if you're floating around YouTube on a Sunday, you may catch him on a B-list live stream. So, there's Igor. Y'all come check him out. Okay. You know what time it is.
The fails?
The fails.
We're doing fails.
We're doing fails.
It's the thing.
It's the thing.
It's the thing that we like to do.
It's the thing that we like to do.
And everything. Hey, we're doing the thing. You know the thing. You just have your toy.
Yeah, okay. He's fine. He's happy. He's got his toy. All right. These are Facebook fails, starting with credit card fail. Paul, new Facebook game. Inbox me your bank account or credit card number. Be sure to give the expiration date and 3-digit security code, and I will post in my status which bill I paid with it or which Christmas gift I purchased. I'll make sure to buy you something as well. Just like the numbers game, let the messages begin. First comment. I know a few people, social security numbers if you want. They were dumb and left their cards in their wallet, so I memorized them. Clarence gives his credit card number as a reply to the public posting. I'm going to leave that there. And then he finishes it with, good luck. Buy me something good now. You're going to be canceling the card. There's an idea. Where to go with a dog with no car or taxi money? Go figure. First response? For a walk? That's why you don't use a selfie stick. There's her phone. There's the selfie stick. Totally stupid. Here we go. Oops.
Meanwhile, in right-wing fantasy dystopia, why the hell do I have to press 1 for English? Did America move?
And the reply is...
Yep, I guess we did. This country has went to hell. Plus, Americans are the stupid ones because no other country uses English language. But now these kids are forced to speak Spanish. Don't get me started.
Let us not point out, even though I'm going to, the fact that she spelled UGH. U-H-G.
Well, that's not... No other country uses English.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
In most...
So what does England speak?
England speaks very proper English. Australia speaks English. In the world of business, most European-based companies and Asian-based companies and everything use English.
Okay, this is something that handymen are going to have an eye twitch at. Someone told me if I cut out a piece of my carpet, it would grow back. I did this 2 days ago, and it hasn't yet. Do I have to do anything special to make it grow? My mom is going to kill me if it doesn't grow back soon. Thanks. First reply, have you tried to water it? My mom uses plant food for the plants. Try that too. It won't grow back after it's been cut. Bobby, if you're not going to help, go away. She doesn't need your negativity. Dum, dum, dum. Oh my god. The chicken is the egg. I'll let you read this one.
So why do we only eat chicken eggs and not turkey eggs? Because of the amount of eggs a turkey lays is a lot less. Depending on what they taste like, according to what you're saying, they could be a delicacy. Wonder if I should start raising turkeys and then selling the rare eggs for a higher price than regular old chicken eggs. Could be worth a shot, lol. What's chicken eggs? The eggs you eat at home. Oh, I'm stupid. No shit.
No, yeah, at least they admit their problem. And that's the last one on that particular list for our fail book this morning, which leads us to hashtags.
And God, did I find a hashtag for us this
Yes,
morning.
you did.
Are you an author? Are you horny? It's time for horny authors.
Yeah.
And a playful pooch.
Let me load this here. All right, and we're going to start with Ian Wankin.
Jack off London.
Shakespeare'd that thing.
Ernest Ramingway.
Lessons from my daddy. Bareback Obama.
Oh, I like that name. E.L. James.
Zora Neale Thurston.
B.J. Rowling.
Brent Easton Anal.
Christopher Chuckins.
J.K. Boning.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Let's see. Oh, that's not one.
Steve Blow Jobs.
Hummer S. Thompson.
Edgar Allan Poon.
Okay. Emmanuel Cunt.
Louis Carolingus.
Reaching for that one, but it works. Edgar Allan Poe.
Okay. Great visual there. Got me.
Yeah.
Ernest Hemingway.
Albert Kangu.
Oh, God. Salacious Rushdie.
Leo Sextoy.
Orson's Got Hard.
Oh my God, I know. Hitman Melville.
John Perving. Oh,
okay. That one didn't get the whole thing. Plato.
Oh, God. V.D. Salinger.
Oh, my God. Langston is huge. They reached for that one, but it works.
E.E. Cummings.
Aldous fucks me.
Emily Dickin, my son.
And Stephen Kink. Those are the hashtags for the day.
Rather enjoyable.
As always, guys, if you want to contribute to this, the email, and you can DM us at Twitter, and all that's down there. So you can, various social media links are down below in the description, as always. Just include any social media with your submission, and if we use it in the show, we'll also give you a shout out before we read the fail or anything else you decide to find us. Just keep it clean, because even though we do tend to do curse words, as you've noticed, there's no nudity, there's no open sex, or nothing like that on the show. We're trying to keep it as clean as possible, but, we can't help it if your mind just goes in the gutter, and that happens, because, that happens.
You were requesting nudity?
New.
Damn.
Alright, mugs up.
Mugs up.
Mugs up.
Mugs up.
All hail Kekistan!
That's
And
right.
as always, may the coffee flow, may your caffeine be strong, and may you have a thoroughly fantastic Thursday.
Have a good day.
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Recording has been started. Okay, give it a couple of seconds to roll before we start everything. It's Thursday. It's Groundhog Day. We're waiting for a little prognosticator of the weather to tell us whether we're screwed for the next 6 weeks or whether we're actually going to get spring. That's how it works, right?
Something like that.
Something like that. I'm half asleep, y'all.
Deuce, what do you think? Do me a favor. Go find the groundhog and everything and talk to him about spring.
Oh, wait a minute. That was supposed to be the intro. Wait a minute.